to be great, baby. It's trying to be great.
We're here with LivOn-Fleur De Lis co-directors, Cleavon Williams on the left and Randy Livingston on the right. I guess I'll just go ahead and start with the big news. It sounds like you guys qualified for Peace Jam. So, what's just kind of your thoughts on making it first year of the program?
Well, it was one of our first goals that we had once we decided to unify our programs and do what was best for Louisiana. So we're pretty much, excited, but we're not finished yet.
No, definitely. So the same thing with me. I think, anytime we collect a group of talent that we collected together, our goal was to make it the Peace Jam. And, it was a tough sledding because, anytime you're first year organization, you have some patches where you're trying to get everybody on the same page, but the guys responded magnificently. And, I think with the coaching staff, Coach Derek, and Coach Marty, myself, and then Coach Cleavon, and then the rest of the guys in the organization, we just came together and did what was best for Louisiana. To make Peace Jam the first year was quite a feat.
And I guess what are you guys just kind of expecting once you get to Peace Jam? I know both of y'all have a pretty good amount of experience on the Nike circuit, so you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, this is my second time going to Peace Jam. First time was when I was director of undefeated team, which was also the first year that we had the Nike contract under undefeated Elite. I was the director of that program, and we pretty much went to Peace Jam for 17U, thanks to people like Deke, which is DeJohn Giroux, Devontae Jones, Javante Smart, Brandon Rochelle,
Bryson Gresham.
We had a guy named Cameron, one or two supported pieces we had on that group. Also, that was our first year with the contract and first year that we made the Peace Jam. And we was the very first Louisiana team to ever make Peace Jam, and that was under my directorship. So this is it's a great time for myself also, because it's almost, I kind of feel like Jay-Z right now. Whenever I touch, turn to gold. But this time I didn't do it alone, and I just want to thank Randy for believing in the Nike vision. Also want to thank the coaches within our whole program, because it's bigger than Randy and I. We are just the catalyst of this, but it takes a whole village. And one of Randy and I's backbone, which is Jerron Bratton. I think guy Blake Jones gave him a shout out a couple of weeks ago, and he's actually behind the scenes person, but he's very instrumental to the program. So just want to say thank you to all of them, and most of all the players and parents, because we had a lot of great support from our parents, and the kids ran through all of my coaches, are pretty much ex-NBA coaches, ex-college coaches, or Louisiana certified coaches. And, we're just glad to have a good group of good magnitude.
Chime in and piggyback off Cleavon. I think, the goal was to get the Peace Jam, but, whether it's coaches or players or organization leaders, directors, whatever, it's a new season, and we I think we have enough talent to do some real damage and win it. That's the goal. Anytime you start a new season, it's almost like, the NCAA tournament, and it's everybody's, 0-0. There's no more record. You put those out the books, and it's really, I think, throughout the EYBL season, the guys got tested, mightily, played some teams that I didn't think was on par talented, and then played to the expectation, wound up being a closer game than I expected. Then we played some teams that was really good, and the games were close. And we only lost one game that I consider we lost, which was the BABC game. The guys was just dead tired every game in one night. But all the rest of the losses were about 1 or 2 points. So we feel comfortable playing against anybody, any style, anywhere. It doesn't matter where we play. And I credit that to just the players, buying in. And we got tough kids, and we are Louisiana tough. That's the one thing we both pride ourselves on, as the kids being tough and being able to make adjustments. And we go in there to win it. We didn't go in there to just, we go in there to really make some noise. This was even if we didn't win one game, Peace Jam, this was a hell of an accomplishment. But we going to do some damage.
What do you think everybody just kind of learned from each session, with this being a new program, and which players just kind of stood out to you?
Well, I think what they really learned is they know they can compete against anybody in the country. That's something that, until you actually do it and be up against them, be in front of all of the college coaches, be in front of all of the guys in the 2020 that's ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, being and the guys in their own class of 2021, to not be in awe. They put their shoes and socks on just like they did. And I think the first session, to win that pool against, some teams that have been around for a while, the Houston Hoops, Drive Nation, and the Night Riders, to beat them. And then, really, they felt really bad after we lost in the semifinals to, True Daniels. They felt like, we all felt like we underachieved and should have won. But, give that team credit. They made the plays at the end. But that's something we learned. We got to finish. And I didn't think we finished that game real well after leading the whole game. So coming out of Dallas, coming out of Atlanta, we were really confident. And I think the guys realized they could play on the highest level possible.
With this being the first year, were there any particular challenges that you thought you guys ran into, or was everything pretty smooth, with both of your backgrounds on the Nike circuit?
I guess everything went pretty smooth. I guess because Randy and I, we have competed from amateurism on a high level. So he pretty much knew the last few years, he's been running the Adidas Louisiana group. I've been running the Nike group. So some things that he fell short of, I filled him in. Some things that I fell short of with his experience and everything from playing on several national levels and to be a legendary guy in Louisiana. I pretty much piggybacked off him. So that's what made this bind unique, and a lot of people doubted us at the beginning, and one of the things that was out there was, Coach Cleavon, how could two alpha dogs, get together and make it happen? Good luck to you guys. Well, hopefully this supports the testament that we had. As long as you have the same vision for the biggest apple of, Louisiana, it's gonna work easy. Randy and I, over the last 6 months, we pretty much communicate 10 times a week. And I pretty much think that within any phase of life, communication suits everything. So with that being said, they had people wondering if Randy had 10 toes in, 4 toes in, wondering if, I'm trying to run things by myself. We had no doubt because we communicated on a regular basis. So that pretty much killed any of the negativity that we could have faced if we wasn't binded to the hip, and all 10 toes in each. So we didn't really have no issues. Randy and I, we've been meeting together since last May, as he was running the Louisiana Supreme. He was having some trials and tribulations with that previous group. Same thing with myself, with EP Elite Group, which I've been running for the last 5-6 years. We've been pretty much going downhill. And one of the reasons why we was going downhill was because lack of resources and getting certain entities getting involved that don't have the knowledge of a grassroots program. It's different. It's not just about financial support and money. It's about having knowledge. So with my knowledge, I ran across a few challenges because, I pretty much got tired of going out there on this big boy circuit, with a knife, and everybody else on the EYBL, they pretty much got some big weapons. I'm not deep into weapons and stuff, but it is what it is. So basically, that was a couple of my challenges over the last 2-3 years. That's why EP Elite was going downhill, and that's when Randy and I, we just got together and decided, man, to do this right, instead of jumping on one another platform and everything. Because last year, truth be told, Randy and I, we were going after the same players. He got 2, I got 3. Then one leave me, they'll come with him. One leave him, they'll come with me. So, but we kept it like grown men, athletic men, to the point where, okay, you go by Randy, all right, Randy, you got it? Randy called me, Clee, he came by you? Okay, but we never had any issues because of the respect that we always had for one another from our amateurism days when he was pretty much Mr. Uptown, All-Star and all that. I played on All-Star team downtown, so we always had a competitive relationship. So with that being said, it was a good, smooth transition on the highest level of grassroots, and to be here now, this is where we are now, and just want to thank Nike for having faith in us as a first-year organization. Them knowing that I was already pretty much, a Nike figure and ambassador. He was initially an Adidas ambassador, but he trusted into the faith that I had, and we just merged together. And I just want to thank everyone that was supportive in this process.
He said that, stood out tremendously out of all the great things you just mentioned. When you have the same vision, it usually works smoothly. It's when you have, whether it's two figureheads, whether you have two alpha dogs, whether you have three, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the same vision, it never works because some kind of way someone will go off a cliff this way or that way. And so our vision was always the same, which was to bring Louisiana together. Our vision was always the same, to get the best for the kids in this area, get the best exposure for them. And along the way, if you can win, that's great, right? And so we've done the best of both worlds. We got great talent and we've won. So we've proven, you know, in terms of players, like, you know, you got all these guys who are the best at their school, best in their area, the best in Northern Louisiana, best in South Louisiana, best in West Louisiana. It doesn't matter. If you come together and you have one common goal, it works out in the end. And I think we've proven that this summer, this grassroots, you know, session in the summer, in the spring and in the summer, to where, you know, it's going to leave no doubt that we're going to be around for a lot of years to come. And at the end of the day, the players, the parents, we want to be known as the best grassroots basketball, not only in Louisiana but in the country. And that says a lot. A lot of teams grew up saying, okay, we want to get this player, stay local, and, you know, have pseudo a high school team. No, we want the best players out of Louisiana, and we want from year to year now on, we want to be known as the best. So when we start next year in the spring, we already know the best coming because we're the best organization, and we're going to showcase them, give them exposure, and we're going to win. And I said this, I put it in my, you know, Twitter feed. We're looking for pros. You know, at the end of the day, we're looking for guys that want to be professional basketball players. We ain't looking for all state, all metro, no, we're looking for professional basketball players at the elite level, and we want to attract elite players on all levels.
One great vision, you know, and you got some things in here.
Yeah.
Woo. Got some nice peaches here. And,
no question.
And I mean, this is the reward. Hard work, dedication, you know, and believing in the system and the program. You know, we had a lot of people that went their own way because they didn't believe in the program, the system, the faith, the development, and everything else. Well, you know, unfortunately,
we can take a bite out of this, yeah.
And it's sweet.
It look like I'm gonna have to get one myself.
And President, we didn't forget about you. We know you firsthand, you know. So with that being said, you know, if you're trying to be challenged, you want to get your exposure and everything else, I mean, we don't have to sell ourselves. I mean, this is the right spot for you. And keep in mind, we look at our roster, we're taking over Louisiana totally, and any adjoining state. You know, we have kids right now from Arkansas calling us, from outskirts of Texas. We got kids on our current roster from Alexander, Lake Charles, Shreveport,
Mississippi.
Yep. I mean, New Orleans, Lafayette, Baton Rouge. So, I mean, the only thing I can say is, if you want to be challenged, you want to be pushed, you want to get the exposure, you want to be on the top grassroots program, then you guys know our Twitter feed. Thank you very much. And
y'all can eat some peaches too one day.
Thank you.